Good morning, beautiful people. It is Joel McElhaney. I'm coming to you live. It is Monday Morning Coffees with Joel. And today I'm going to be talking about something that people have been asking me, and that is why is the St. John market and essentially the New Brunswick and Atlantic Canadian market acting so differently from the stories we're hearing from some of the major markets like Toronto and British Columbia. So I'm going to address that question today, and hopefully you find this helpful. Okay, there was an article that was published by Zoe DeMarco, and that was published in a publication called Stories. It's a real estate publication. And she kind of addressed this issue really well, so I'm just going to take some of the stuff that she has said. The article was titled "The Best Places to Buy Real Estate in Canada in 2023. It was a report. I did post this on my Facebook business page if you want to hop over there and read the full article, but I'll just give you a quick synopsis. So anyone searching for valuable real estate in Canada should steer clear of the Greater Toronto and Greater Vancouver area. So the reason for that is that these cities ranked very poorly in terms of affordability, and with a benchmark price of 1.195, which is a staggering 403,000 above the national average, and a 3-year growth rate of 54%, the GTA, which is the Greater Toronto Area, earned a score of 1.7 out of 5 in terms of a good place to live and affordability. So the Greater Vancouver benchmark price is 1.199 million, that's million, and a 3-year growth rate of 33%, and they earned a score of 1.1 out of 5. So Mississauga also received a 1.23, while the Fraser Valley, say that 10 times fast, rounded out at 2.2. So you can see that Toronto and then sort of surrounding areas, this is what we're hearing about the big declines there, and why isn't it happening here? Well, I'm just about to get that. So what happened is real estate demand fizzled last year, primarily because of rising interest rates, low inventory, and reduced buyer appetite. However, even with declining prices, properties became progressively less affordable as interest rates rose. And they increased a staggering 7 times in 9 months. If you remember, I kept reporting in saying interest rates have increased again. So that affected people more so in these more expensive areas. You think about $1 million home and interest rates rising versus, let's say, a $300,000 home. Very different story in terms of what is happening on your monthly mortgage payment. So what happened is smaller markets and those in bordering larger cities saw heightened demand throughout the year. As a result, these minuscule markets and municipalities are where the best value can be found. So keep in mind, a benchmark price of 1.2 million and 1.1 million in GTA and Vancouver compared to a benchmark price of 320,000, a cool 472,000 below the national home price, and a 3-year growth rate of 84%. The Greater Moncton area, that's actually who that is, was deemed the best place to buy in Canada in 2023, and it earned a nearly perfect value score of 4.75. Then, followed by Sault Ste. Marie, now second place on the list with a value of 4.68. The city has a lower benchmark price of 292, but simultaneously a lower 3-year growth rate. North Bay followed with a benchmark of 413,000. Then Fredericton, St. John rounded the top 5, respectively, with a value score of 4.04 and 4.03. So that is why people are moving here, because affordability. So the 2023 real estate market is really dependent on affordability. And this is something that we have to consider. So as interest rates decline we might see buyer sentiment shift in a more positive direction, especially in some of these other markets. But what is happening here in St. John is, you have people that are coming east because it's just so much more affordable. When you can buy a house for around $300,000 versus $1 million, it just makes a lot of sense. And especially with the mobile workforce that we have now, all of these things, plus there's local demand that never went away. So what's causing the very competitive market for buyers is that we also have extremely low inventory, and demand is being pushed east because of affordability. So it's putting a ton of pressure and a ton of interest on all of these properties, like I have talked about before, in the affordable sector, because we also have $1 million houses here. We also have expensive homes in the $5 and $6 and $1 million and $1 million homes here. But they're not the ones that we're seeing the activity like that on. We're seeing it more so on the 3-bedroom bungalow, the townhouses, the garden homes that are in that 250 to 350, even almost up to 400,000 is still quite popular. So that's what's happening. It's being driven by a whole bunch of factors that are happening across the nation. Average price is a huge factor, and affordability is really what's driving this market today. All right, I hope you found this helpful, and have a great day. Until I see you again, keep being awesome.